Bharat Karnard, what's happening at a tactical level? On a larger strategic level, this looks like a free-for-all, race to the top, because in the grey area claimed both by India and China, there are dozens of peaks literally which aren't occupied. Now, in the LOC, several of those peaks after Kargil now have physical deployment, but in the kind of altitude there is in Ladakh through the winter, what do you think we're staring at this moment? We're in a very, very dangerous escalatory spiral at this moment. What's your sense, Bharat Karnard?
Now look, I don't think there is going to be any kind of an all-out war. When you talk about an escalatory spiral, you're talking about an end state that's really not there. You're going to have these small clashes and the kind of actions that we see on both sides. Tactical actions to be higher than the opponent at any point. Now, that said, I think we are also missing out by concentrating on the Pangong Zone. In the situation developing in the far more important, I think, the Y junction in Depsang. They are blocking us, and we have so far done nothing to remove the blockade. The point I think to make is this. First of all, the action has been 3 months or 4 months too late. I don't know why it is that we delayed so long, possibly because we were trying to build up our forces and our stores and reposition ourselves on that line, etc. That's all very good. But then obviously there has been a failure all along to anticipate this sort of thing in terms of intelligence. That's also well known. Now, the point to make, I think, is there is, as I think the General mentioned, a time window. We are about 4 or 5 weeks before the first snow flurries come in. It is going to be very difficult for Chinese as much as for us to do anything beyond. Then it will be merely holding on to what you have.
No, so but the fact is that the 62 war was also fought in November. So, while we say this, that there are only 4 weeks, that's the fatal mistake the Indian military planners, the Indian Defense Ministry and Army headquarters made at that time, sir.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The point I think to make is, whatever the window, it's there. The climate changes. We don't know when the flurries are going to come in, and you're going to have the kind of weather conditions that are going to block everything out, including your actions. The point I'm trying to make is, we have this window. We have to maximize the actions in all the areas that they have occupied, like the Gogra Heights, like the Galwan Heights. I mean, we are leaving ourselves open and vulnerable, I think, to the Chinese moving in. And because they are so fast and their decision system, I think, is so coherent between the political and the military, which we don't seem to have, so that a decision made in Beijing or wherever is carried out almost instantly at the, in the front lines. In Ladakh or in Arunachal or elsewhere. That's where I think we miss out. And the other thing I think I want to point out is that we seem to think that talking and carrying out military actions are in some sequential order. It shouldn't be so. We cannot stand, as I think someone said, we cannot stand on where we are. We have to go ahead. One of the things we have to do is they are pouring troops in from the bridgehead they have established on the Pangong Zone. We really have to get to that northern shore, that part of the northern shore, to prevent the Chinese decanting forces onto the southern part. And this is where I think we really better begin getting far more proactive than we have been. They're just satisfied with, yes, the black top and so on, the red top to capture. Whatever it is, the point I think to make is we have to think ahead to begin, in some sense, blockading the Chinese, or trying to blockade the Chinese on their getting across the Pangong Lake. This is a very necessary action.